This video is for those of you who tried the L-ascorbic acid, the vitamin C serum, and you found that it didn't work with your skin because you saw an increase in dryness, you developed a rash, an increase in redness, and it just didn't work well with your skin. And if you actually used a very good vitamin C serum, that is common, especially if you're using other skincare products that have retinol, retin-A, glycolic acid, salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, or hydroquinone. So in order for the vitamin C to be stable enough, it has to be in a solution that is a pH of 3.5 or less, which is why if you saw a reaction in your skin, that can be common. So here are some different options that you can use with the vitamin C benefits without getting some of the vitamin C reactions for some skin types. Now, there are many forms of vitamin C derivatives that can work for your skin, and I'm only going to be talking about the more common ones that you see in a lot of popular skincare lines. So the first one is MAP, magnesium ascorbyl phosphate. This one, instead of like the vitamin C, so vitamin C is actually hydrophilic, and this one is lipophilic. So it's an esterified form of a vitamin C derivative. So the benefit of this, the reason why you see this one is because this one, as well as other vitamin C's, what the difference is that it can deliver a stabilized form of vitamin C into the skin. It's a continual deliverance into the skin, which I do want to clarify that when you're using a vitamin C derivative, it's not the actual vitamin C when you apply it. What happens is when it converts it into vitamin C, ascorbic acid, in the skin. So this is one of the reasons why it's not as, it tends not to be as reactive for the skin. So this one typically is more beneficial for people who have dry, dehydrated, and or mature skin. And the reason why is because not only did they find that this converted into ascorbic acid, it actually helped increase the moisturization levels in the skin and decrease TUL, transepidermal water loss. It also helped with people who had acne as far as reducing inflammation and reduced sebum oxidation. Here is something here's a major difference between the vitamin C derivatives and the actual vitamin C, the L-ascorbic acid. Studies have shown that when vitamin C, the actual vitamin C, is used with regular use, the vitamin C levels can be retained in the skin for up to about 4 days worth. Whereas the vitamin C derivatives, even with regular use, the vitamin C levels are not retained in the skin. So that's another major difference. Now, before we get into one of the most widely used popular vitamin C derivative ingredients in a lot of skincare, is if you're finding this information helpful and you would like for me to do another video where not only do I talk about the different types of vitamin C serums, but who they may be better for as far as skin types, then go ahead and put that in the comments below and give it a thumbs up, because I don't know if that's something that you're even gonna find helpful, and just these general information would be good enough for you. Okay, so we're going to go on to the next vitamin C derivative. So the next one is, in case you haven't guessed, is the THDC, otherwise known as tetrahexyl decyl ascorbate. And the reason why it's in so many major skincare brands such as Paula's Choice Super Antioxidant Serum, Sunday Riley's CEO 15% vitamin C serum, is because in many studies it has shown an improved stability and an increased ability to penetrate the lipophilic stratum corneum, so basically able to penetrate the top skin layer. And basically what it is it's a synthetic beneficial drug that can convert into ascorbic acid. It has the ability to undergo an intercellular enzymatic change right? That converts it to ascorbic acid. Hope I kind of simplified that. Anyway, so this is why it's so beneficial, and it has shown to improve some forms of hyperpigmentation, so really evening out that skin tone, and also improve skin from sun damage. So this is why it's very popular. But like vitamin C, it's, even though it has those ability, it is, in the studies, it has shown that even though it can do that on its own, it degrades very quickly, and it has shown an inability to fight reactive oxygen species on its own. And this is kind of the downside, and this is why you see the vitamin C is paired with vitamin E and ferulic acid. They're basically stabilizing antioxidants. So it's kind of the same with THDC. So in this study, what they found is when they paired the THDC with the acetylgingerone and they paired it together. So zingerone is basically a compound found in candied ginger, and it's another antioxidant, and basically they paired the two together to stabilize, right, the THDC. It was kind of like wonder twins, okay? So when they paired it together, they worked great as a team, and basically it helped the benefits of the THDC work and neutralize some of the downside, which basically it said in that study that THDC on its own, couldn't help neutralize the ROS, the reactive oxygen species, which is basically the free radicals. So basically it helps stabilize it and increase the benefits. And I think you're going to start to see more skincare products pair these two together, just like SkinCeuticals did according with their studies, when they found that the vitamin C, when paired with ferulic acid and vitamin E, that it actually increased the stability of the vitamin C. So I think you're going to start to see this. Now, before you go out and start buying serums that have vitamin C that's paired with the acetylgingerone, I'm going to ask you to wait. And the reason why is because this is including my clients. They will go out and they watch a video, and so they will buy a serum or a skincare product based on what they heard on the video. But you have to realize that everybody's skin is a little bit different. The pH range of everyone's skin type is actually quite wide, and so for example, if you just take women's and men's skin, women, because of the hormonal cycles that happen, hormones affect the pH of the sebum. Men shave their face, and so there's all kinds of different things. So before you do that, if you do want this video that I become a little bit more specific in the different types of these serums, let me know in the comments. If not, that's okay. You can go out and buy your serums, and that's fine. So if you want to understand a little bit more about the vitamin C and how it works in the skin, then I'm going to put a link to the playlist right here, because remember, makeup is an art, skincare is a science. See you in the next video.